This Ranveer Singh interview cannot be this boring sit down. I can't really do it. I have been meaning to ask you to show me what that action is, because I know it's very difficult. Like I love the Venkatesh Prasad action.
Okay.
That is my favorite.
Okay.
It's
a good action.
I have idolized him. You know,
It's
like
a
coming
great
like this.
action,
And
yeah.
let's get up and maybe perhaps know from you what exactly was that experience.
Okay.
Ranveer.
So
for
here's-
instance, yeah.
So here's the thing, sir. The greatest part about this was, as difficult as it was for me, it's been a very fulfilling process for me.
Yeah.
Or to or sir, how do I explain to you how much it means to me and how much I will cherish the fact that I would go on to the cricket pitch and I was being coached by the man who won the World Cup, Balwinder Sandhu, was there for every second of every practice. We were recording every ball I bowled, every ball I faced.
Just to get that action right.
Yeah, and Kapil sir came for so many sessions. Just imagine, he's showing me himself the nuances of his action.
For instance, let's just see his
power
bowling.
hitting. So here's the thing. I would bowl part-time off spin. So it's not my natural action.
Yeah.
But Kapil Paji, getting all his nuances. First of all, like an off spinner would do this, but Kapil Pa would do the same thing. Look around for the field. He would do that little shoulder nuance. Okay, he would chew his own mustache. His hair would come into his mouth. This is his thinking. He chew his own mustache.
So he's
do the little shoulder thing, setting the field. Okay, now it's going on in his head. What kind of delivery he's going to bowl. He's the kind of swing bowler who would take 2-3 balls to set you up, to bowl that exact ball that he wants to bowl to you, to kind of, he would really apply his mind in his bowling.
Correct.
And he had a very long and almost diagonal run up.
Correct.
So he start with his feet together, slightly bent. So for me, it was like learning choreography. Like filmon mein hum dance seekhte, so it was like learning a very, very fine choreography and then doing it till it becomes second nature. So your feet together, slightly bent. Right now you're thinking about what you're going to bowl to the guy. You take the seam position. First few steps are just walking, and then he builds up his pace. And then of course everything that everybody knows about so very well. When he finally reaches the little, everybody who knows their cricket will be like, so you're doing that? Yeah, this is his iconic bowling action, seam position, as Ballu sir would say, tickle the nipple. So you tickle the nipple, and then he does this, which is a very little graceful pullback, and then that iconic elbow comes up, and this is where he would generate the force, and
with the whole body tilting.
And there's a certain rhythm and a certain way of perfecting it, which just took so much doing, but it was immensely fulfilling. Now when teammates have validated me, his teammates have come up to me in the past few days and said, it's astonishing. We know the guy since he was 19 years old, and there were instances where we thought we were watching him. So this kind of validation is it makes me glow. It makes me beam. It's like, okay, I did it. If he's happy, and the people who matter the most in the journey, in this journey, which is the original players, sir, because it's their achievement.
Correct.
It's their great big achievement, which ought to be celebrated in cinema and immortalized in cinema this
At
way.
a time, Ranveer,
it's about
when
them. So if they're happy, that's the main thing.
At a time when not a lot of people actually believed in Indian cricket. So do you think that you have immortalized these characters and made them something to cheer and remember for the rest of their life?
So we always felt like there were two kinds of audiences. The ones who've lived through 83, they get a chance to be nostalgic, go back to that time in their lives where they felt and experienced this joy on that one day everybody has a story. I was there, ढोल निकले थे, मासी जी आ गई थी, सब नाच रहे थे, सब चिल्ला रहे थे, मैं तो सो रहा था, उठना पड़ा क्योंकि लोग चिल्ला रहे थे, तो उठ के देखा कि क्या हो रहा है, पता चला इंडिया वर्ल्ड कप जीत गई है. Everybody's got their story. Then there's a generation which is this generation which doesn't know what a great story on what a great achievement it is, who ought to know. It would be inspiring for them. So for us it was important to make this film in a way that it has that everlasting impression on people, because the event had an everlasting impression on people, and the film should be no different.